Hey guys, how's it going? So today is going to be a really, I guess, beginner to intermediate vinyasa flow. A little different than my normal Ashtanga practice, but it's good to switch it up. So I hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in into my video today. Just a few updates. I'm getting more experience teaching. Yay! So I'm really happy about that. I'm actually teaching at 2 different studios, and I'm a volunteer. I volunteer for Urban Lotus Project, which is a great organization. We offer yoga to at-risk youth, teens, and underserved adults. So it's a good way to help anyone especially the teens, the younger teens, to give them some of the techniques and benefits that yoga has to offer. So I really wish I would have known about yoga when I was a teenager. It would have really helped me through a lot of different emotional times when I was in high school, but I'm really proud to be a part of that organization. So I volunteer for Urban Lotus Project, and I'm teaching at 2 yoga studios, and I get to teach kids also, so that's really exciting, and I'm having a lot of fun teaching the kids, and I get to bring my daughter Victoria, and it's really, really fun. We play and we make believe that we're space heroes, or we'll pretend like we're in the jungle hunting for something, or we're going on a trip, and we just use our imagination and make lots of noises and just use our imagination, and we dance and play fun yoga games. So I'm just really having so much fun just getting more experience teaching. So that's what's been going on with me. But thanks so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you watching today. And during this practice, make sure you listen to your body. Always listen to your body. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right or you're not ready for. So always I'm just guiding you through a practice, and you just make it your own. So thanks for watching today. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate you watching. So let's come into a comfortable seated position. It can be any seated position you like. You can rest your hands onto your knees. You can bring your hands to heart center. Just make sure you're really comfortable, and gently close the eyes. And let's just take a few moments to breathe. Just take a few moments to come into the body and to be present in this moment, and to not think about anything outside of this practice. Any worries or concerns or anything weighing heavy on your heart, just try to let that go and just enjoy your practice this evening or morning, wherever you are. And just continue to breathe. Maybe focus on the breath as your chest rises as you breathe air in, and exhale air out. Just take a moment to just come into the body. Just a few more breaths. Just taking a moment to calm the mind. Maybe you can bring your left hand to your heart and bring the right hand down to the ground. And let's just take a moment to be grateful. Let's have a moment of gratitude, to be thankful for this land, this earth that provides food and nourishment for our body, and water, clean water to drink, and a home, a place to live, people that care about us. There's always something to be grateful for. So let's just take a moment to think of something that we're grateful for. You can bring your hands to heart center. And on the inhale, slowly raise your hands up to the sky and gently open the eyes. Exhale, bring the hands down, all the way down as far as you can, and just stretch out. Stretching out the lower back, just loosening up the body. And slowly walk your hands over to the right. And you can put your left hand over your right, just stretching out the left side of our torso. Slowly come back to center, and then walk your hands over to the left. And you want to place your right hand over your left hand. And just relax the neck. Come back to center. Just go a little bit deeper, a little bit further. Stretch as far as you can. Taking a few deep breaths in and out. Walk your hands back into seated. And let's go on to tabletop position to do cat and cow. So you want to have your knees about hip width apart. Have your knees about hip width apart. And the hands should be directly under the shoulders. And we're just going to do cat-cow. So you're going to arch your back up, suck in the belly, arch the back, relax the neck, and bring the the spine down, and raise your head up, open the chest. Inhale, come back up, arching the back, relax the neck down, tuck in the hips, and back down. Let's just do a few of these. And you can go at your own pace. Just a few more. And bring your spine into neutral. This time you can lift the right arm up, and the left leg is going to stretch out behind you. Just balance here. Exhale, bring everything back down. You're going to lift up the left hand and stretch out the right leg. Exhale, bring everything back down. Inhale, right arm up, left leg up. Exhale, bring everything back down. We'll do the opposite side. So inhale, raise the left arm up, right leg up. Bring everything back down, and just sink your hips back into child's pose. Remember to breathe. You can maybe open up the knees a little bit to give yourself more room to stretch. And we're just breathing here. So gently tuck the toes and lift up the hips. You can keep the knees bent. And we're just going to bring the heels down, alternating sides. So you can alternate bringing the left heel down to the mat, and then the right heel down to the mat. Just keep alternating to stretch out the hamstrings and the calves of the legs. Just slowly trying to stretch out the body, getting ready for practice. Now we're going to walk our hands back to our feet and just gently do a basic forward fold. Or you can wrap your arms behind your knees and use your hands to hold the opposite elbows. And just stretch. Just do whatever feels right for your body today. And remember to breathe. Slowly come all the way up. Raise your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And go ahead and come to the top of your mat. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. And you can gently bring your knees down to the mat, sink the hips back and make sure the toes are tucked. Slowly slide down onto your belly and just stretch the legs all the way out, and your hands can be next to your chest. And just get really comfortable. And inhale, raise your head up, look up to the sky, open heart, open chest. Engage the legs, point the toes. Exhale, bring the head down, tuck the toes. Lift up, sink your hips back, and lift up into downward facing dog. And just breathe here. Just slow, steady breaths. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. And again, lower your knees down to the mat. Sink the hips back. And just slowly slide down all the way onto your belly and stretch out the legs and just get really comfortable. And your hands should be next to your chest, and just slowly lift the chest up off of the mat, opening up the chest. And just breathe here. Exhale, bring the head down, tuck the toes, sink the hips back, and lift the hips up into downward facing dog. And we're just breathing here. Nice strong arms in your down dog. Suck in the belly, engage the abs while you're in down dog. And try to reach your heels down to the mat if you can. I'm still working on that. Okay, slowly step up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms up all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. This time we're going to go into a chaturanga, so you can modify if needed. So if you want to come onto your knees, you can, or not. So you're going to lower down into a push-up and lift up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's just breathe here. Slowly lift the right leg up to the sky and bring it through to your hands. And keep the back foot heel up. And inhale, raise the arms up to the sky into crescent pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. Slowly lower down into chaturanga. Lift up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just breathe here. This time you're going to lift your left leg up to the sky as high as you can. Exhale, bring it down, bring it through to your hands. Keep the back heel up. And inhale, raise the arms up into crescent pose. And we're just breathing. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. Slowly lower down into chaturanga. Lift up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just breathe. On inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, swing it through to your hands. This time pivot your left foot down. Inhale, raise the arms up into warrior one. Exhale, bring the arms down into warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back into plank and just flow through your vinyasa. Lift up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's just take 3 breaths here. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, swing it through to your hands and pivot the right foot down. Slowly bring your arms up into warrior one. Bring the hands down into warrior two. You can reverse the warrior, reaching back. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. Slowly lower down into chaturanga. Lift up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just take a few moments to breathe. On the inhale, raise your right leg up. Bring it through to your elbow. Lift the leg back up. Swing it through. Touch your elbow with your knee. One more time, lift the leg up. This time, bring the foot all the way through to your hands. Pivot the back foot down. You can keep your right hand down on the mat. And this time, just bring your left arm over your ear into side angle pose. The gaze should be looking up towards your hand. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. Flow through your vinyasa. And we'll meet back into downward facing dog. Just 3 more breaths here. The left leg is up, and we're going to swing it through and just touch the knee to the left elbow, left knee to left elbow. Left leg back up. Swing back through. Left knee touching the left elbow. One more time. Left leg up. This time, swing the left leg all the way through. Bring it down in between your hands. Now you want to pivot your right foot down. This time you can keep your left hand down to the mat and just bring your right arm up over your ear. And the gaze should be looking up towards the right hand. And just breathe here. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back into plank. Slowly lower down into chaturanga. Lift up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's just breathe. Yoga is so much about the breath, so always remember to breathe. Even in just everyday life, when you're stressed out or angry or worried or just feeling a little anxious or having some anxiety, just always come back to the breath. It helps calm the mind. Just take a moment to breathe before you react. Go ahead and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Now you can come maybe in the middle of your mat. We're just going to work on a few balancing postures. So you can put your hands on your hips. And on the inhale, raise the right leg up as high as you can get it. And we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. We'll do the other side. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Do that one more time. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Point it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. And let's do the other side. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. This time we'll work on tree pose. So you want to bring the sole of your right foot as high as you can on the inner thigh of your left leg. So once you have your foot in position, find your balance. Sometimes staring at something really helps. That's called your drishti. Bring your hands to heart center. Just balance. Nice open chest, straight spine. Once you're comfortable here, slowly raise your hands up into tree pose. Exhale, bring the hands down. You can release the foot. We'll do the other side. So the sole of your left leg is going to come up as high as it can on the inner thigh of your right leg. Bring your hands to heart center. Just get comfortable here. Find your balance. Nice straight spine. Open the chest. Once you find your balance, slowly raise your hands up into tree pose. Just breathe and focus. Try to keep a calm mind. That helps me to balance. Exhale, bring the hands down, release the foot. This time you want to raise your right leg, so bend the right knee to where the right foot comes up. Take your right hand and grab the inner part of the inner arch of your right foot. Once you have your balance, slowly come forward while lifting the right leg up. And then you can stretch out the left arm right out in front of you. Just hold it here. Exhale, release. Let's do the other side. So same thing, you're going to have the right foot planted down on the mat. You're going to lift or bend the right or the left knee, bend the left knee. Grab the inner arch of your left foot. Slowly start to bend forward while kicking the left leg up as high as you can get it. And then slowly stretch your right arm out in front of you. Just hold it here. Just try to relax the mind and focus. Exhale, release. And we'll do one more balancing posture. So you can bring the right ankle to the left knee. Bring your hands to heart center and sink the hips back. Really have a straight spine. Pretend like you're sitting in a chair. Open the chest. And just hold it here. And breathe. Inhale, come back up. We'll switch sides. So now the right leg is planted down on the mat. Bring your left ankle to your right knee. Bring your hands to heart center. And just slowly sink the hips back. Almost in a chair pose. Really open up the chest and have a straight spine. Inhale, come all the way up. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Slowly lower down into chaturanga. Lift up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just breathe. Just a few more breaths here. Bring the knees down to the mat. Sink your hips back into child's pose. Let's just rest here for a moment. Maybe spread your knees out a little bit more to give yourself more room to really stretch out. And just breathe. Rest your forehead onto the mat. Relax the neck. Relax the muscles in the face. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Relax your eyebrows. Just breathe here. Slowly raise your head up and just bring your legs out in front of you. And we're just going to work on some seated postures. So just have your legs straight out in front of you. Have a really tall spine. Really engage the front quads so much to where the heels come up off of the ground. And just flex the feet. Tall spine. Open up the chest and gaze up. Just breathe here. This is Dandasana. You can close the eyes. Exhale, bring the heels down to the mat. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. And just fold over your legs and just reach as far as you can. You can grab your toes or your ankles or your knees, whatever feels right for your body. Remember to always listen to your body. Inhale, raise your head up. Take a deep breath. Inhale in. Exhale, forward fold again. And just try to reach deeper this time. Try to go deeper. And we're just going to hold it here. Inhale, raise your head up. And this time, bring your hands behind your hips. Point the toes. And you're going to slowly lift the heels up off of the mat. So just get in position, point the toes, Slowly lift the hips up off of the mat and just relax the head back. Just breathe. Exhale, bring the hips back down. This time, bring your knees up and just sit in the middle of your mat. And you're going to take your 2 peace sign fingers of your right hand, grab the big toe of your right foot, and just lift the right leg up. And just relax back a little bit, almost like you're sitting back in a chair, and relax the head back. Just breathe. Exhale, release, and let's do the other side. So take the 2 peace sign fingers of your left hand, grab the big toe of your left foot, and just hold your right knee with your right hand and just slowly try to straighten the left leg as much as you can. And just sit back a little bit like you're sitting back in a chair and relax the head back. Close the eyes and just hold it here. Exhale, release. And this time, if you want more of a challenge, you can take both of your 2 peace sign fingers, grab the 2 big toes, and we're going to lift both legs up at the same time. So I always start with one first. So I lift up the left leg, find my balance, and then slowly try to lift up the right leg. And really take your time. And breathe. And you can have bent legs or straight legs. And once you find your balance, just relax the head back. Try to have a tall spine. Hold it here. Exhale, bring everything down. You can bring the soles of your feet together and bring the hands under both feet. Inhale, take a deep breath, tall spine. Exhale, forward fold over the feet. Just breathe. Inhale, come back up. Take a deep breath, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, and use your elbows to press the legs down a little bit to really stretch the inner thighs of your legs. Inhale, come back up, and just lay all the way flat down on your back. We're just going to get ready for rest pose. So you're just going to lay flat on your mat. Get really, really comfortable. It's my favorite part of practice. Always. So just stretch out the legs to where they're about hip width apart. The hands, relax them to your side. And sometimes if you can put a bolster under your knees, that helps to really relax, and maybe a pillow under your neck. Just get really comfortable and just breathe here. Focus on the breath. And I always like to tell my students to always do like a body scan. You go from head to toe. So you start from the head, make sure the eyebrows are relaxed and you're not clenching your jaw. Go down to the shoulders, make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Relax the belly muscles, the hips. Go all the way down to your toes. Just make sure every inch of your body is relaxed. And just breathe. can slowly start to bring some awareness back into the body by just maybe doing some ankle circles. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Slowly bring the knees into your chest. And just wrap your arms around both knees and give yourself a hug. And just rock yourself up back into seated. Come into a seated posture. Just get really comfortable. Come into a seated position. I'm just going to do a few breathing exercises, so you can bring your hands to your knees or hands to heart center, whatever feels right for you. And we're going to inhale for 5 seconds. So inhale for 5 seconds, hold the breath for 3 seconds, exhale for 5. So inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just breathe comfortably now. Taking in all the benefits of our practice. Let's just breathe. Remain grounded in your seated posture, seated position. Just relax every muscle if you can. And let's just breathe. You bring your hands to heart center. And let's just come back to things that we're grateful for. Let's try to remember to always stay grateful for our many blessings that we have. Life is so difficult, and sometimes we can lose sight of what's really important, and like our health and having some water to drink and food to eat. And sometimes we lose sight of those little things that are still a blessing to have in our life. So I know it's easy to forget when life gets really tough, but we are all blessed just to be alive and breathing. So let's just give thanks and gratitude. Let's have a moment of gratitude. Think of something that we're grateful for. I want to thank you for practicing with me today. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and showing up and doing something good for you. And I want to wish you well, and I hope to see you next time. And don't forget to like or comment or subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.